Full-screen animated radar. A fragmented but widespread splash of green and yellow storms from the plains to the east coast, with a giant low spinning off the west coast. Large text overlay flashes. Rare Memorial Day pattern, quiet now, but storms returning. A rare weather pattern is developing, and it's going to bring a little bit of everything over the next couple of weeks. While there will still be some surprise severe weather events mixed in, the overall pattern is trending much cooler and quieter than what we'd normally expect this time of year. That does not mean the severe weather threat is gone. With this kind of setup, any sudden shift in the jet stream could quickly bring storms roaring back into the picture. And with June right around the corner, there are already signs this calmer stretch may not last forever. By second 12, text overlay enlarges, Memorial Day quiet, but isolated severe storms still possible. Quick cut to a split screen of the weak risk areas and the west coast low. Sharp, urgent beep. We are about to enter into a very strange weather pattern for the month of May. Let's break down exactly what it means for your holiday weekend and beyond. Right now we have a fairly interesting pattern. A small dip in the jet stream across the Midwest will bring a low-end threat of severe weather to parts of the Central Plains and Midwest today. That includes a low threat of a tornado in addition to large to very large hail and damaging winds. Further south and east, a larger dip in the jet stream is pulling moisture out of the Gulf and Pacific, leading to more widespread thunderstorm activity from Texas all the way to the east coast. For the last few days, it has been active, but the severity of storms has been fairly low. Most of the severe weather has been marginal, with very spotty tornado warnings and significant thunderstorm warnings. That trend should continue today and tomorrow. But once we head into Monday and Tuesday, our jet stream pattern changes entirely. The flow across the Great Plains and East Coast will become pretty diluted. We won't have any very focused area of strong upper-level winds. That means a lack of significant severe weather events to begin this upcoming week, which is great news for Memorial Day. The bad news is that even with this setup, there will still be scattered, numerous, even widespread storms in some areas. So you still need to stay weather aware. One really impressive feature on Tuesday is a giant upper-level low-pressure system that will park itself over Oregon and California. As of now, this does not look like it will bring any major severe weather outbreaks, but it will spin along the west coast for 3 or 4 days. Plenty of moisture and rainfall will fall west of the Rockies. If this system eventually shifts far enough east, we could see some significant severe weather days to close out May right there in the high plains, particularly mesoscale type events that are pretty unpredictable. Meanwhile, a very large dip in the jet stream across the Northeast, Midwest, and Great Lakes will generally suppress significant severe weather. The last few days of May don't look overly active. I could see something by next weekend, though, as southwesterly flow increases across the southern plains. If we get enough moisture, lift, and wind shear, there could be an organized severe threat. The first week of June, right now, does not look very impressive for severe weather. We're seeing a very unseasonably quiet pattern in the forecast for the next couple of weeks. With that said, there will definitely still be severe weather somewhere, it's just a matter of where. Let's get into the next few days, especially since many of you have Memorial Day weekend plans. Today, almost the entire Great Plains, Ohio Valley, and Southeast is under a general thunderstorm risk. The risk of severe weather is very low, but there's at least a risk of thunderstorms across this entire area. Make sure you have ways to receive lightning alerts today. If you're signed up for our channel's alert system, that's a great tool. There's a link in the description. Right now we have 2 marginal threats of severe weather, one from Sioux Falls back into the Texas Panhandle and another across the Southeast. This is a risk level 1 out of 5, with an isolated risk of damaging winds and large to very large hail. The risk today is conditional, especially in Nebraska, Iowa, Minnesota, and South Dakota. Sioux Falls, protect your vehicles just in case. If storms do fire, they could be significant, but the confidence in that happening is low because heights are forecast to be rising and there isn't much lift. Our tornado risk today is also low. The probabilities of severe weather remain low at this time. For Memorial Day itself, we do not have a However, there is a giant general thunderstorm risk once again. If you have outdoor plans Monday, stay weather aware and have a way to receive lightning alerts. If you hear thunder, go indoors immediately. Lightning can strike from tens of miles away, even if a storm isn't overhead. On Tuesday, a slight risk of severe weather is in place for parts of Texas, with a marginal threat in Montana and New Mexico. More thunderstorms will be possible across a very large area, so if you are traveling back from your Memorial Day plans, stay alert in the green shaded zone. In the risk areas, the main concerns are damaging winds and large hail, with even a tornado possible in West Texas. Now let's talk timing over the next 48 hours. Today, scattered showers and thunderstorms will linger across the Ohio Valley through the morning and into the afternoon. The strongest storms could produce gusty winds and some pea-sized hail. There will also be storms across the southeast. Florida is back into its wet season, with daily thunderstorms now through summer. I've been experiencing them myself the past few days. Later this afternoon and evening, question marks rise in the Central Plains and Midwest. If storms fire, they will be significant, with an elevated tornado and large hail risk, as some high-resolution models suggest. But other more reliable models show little development because of the lack of a lifting mechanism. If storms do go, the peak window is from 5 until 9 p.m. from Sioux Falls into Nebraska. Down near Dallas-Fort Worth, San Antonio, and Waco, a few pop-up thunderstorms this afternoon could produce large hail if any become severe. Overnight into Monday, things will be quiet to start Memorial Day across the country. However, the Northeast will get hammered with light to moderate rainfall, and isolated thunderstorms from Virginia to Mississippi could hinder some plans. Along the West Coast, rain stays offshore early morning but will become more active in the afternoon. I'm monitoring a slightly higher risk of storm activity across the southeast during the afternoon, with even a little isolated severe weather possible in Alabama and Georgia. Late Monday afternoon into evening, storms will also pop up across parts of the Central Plains and Rockies, potentially dampening plans. By Tuesday, most activity fizzles out, though I'd watch West Texas for a low-end severe threat. The southeast will probably stay wet, and the Pacific Northwest will remain active as that low keeps spinning. Beyond Tuesday, the pattern stays fairly active through Wednesday and Thursday with scattered showers and storms across the central and southern plains, southeast, Midwest, and northeast. By Thursday, a strong high-pressure system with a central pressure of 1030 millibars will build into the upper Midwest. That will bring a lot of sinking air, leading to a much lower risk of showers and storms, and cooler temperatures. On Thursday and Friday, some isolated showers and storms could linger across the southeast and Great Plains, but I'm not seeing significant severe weather. Any severe weather that occurs between Wednesday and Saturday will likely be of the unpredictable mesoscale variety. There will probably be severe weather somewhere, but we don't yet know where it will set up. Next weekend and into the following week, things remain uncertain, though many models hint at a somewhat quiet pattern overall. That could change, so make sure you're subscribed to the channel. We'll continue to have updates every other day, and daily once the weather picks back up. Until then, enjoy the holiday weekend safely, keep an eye on the sky, and we'll be here with you every step.